Hey sports fans, Joe Daniels here, aka Boy Gone Bad, your favorite horrible archer, coming at you with a video that's going to be a little bit different. I, I don't think I've ever seen anybody address this situation, and maybe people don't have this problem, but I am certainly having a big problem. Anybody who's known me over the last couple of years during my archery experience, I got very ill. Had necrotizing pancreatitis, had to have 20% of my pancreas taken out. Consequently, my gallbladder was taken out, and I feel great ever since. Had a couple periods there where I was touch and go, almost died twice, but I pulled through, and Lord willing, I'm going to be here for at least a few more years. So now, with all that behind me, I'm given the green light to go ahead and work out and go back to normacy of the Joe Daniels everyday lifestyle, which included weightlifting. I took up archery because weightlifting isn't as fun for me because getting old, and due to my old professional wrestling, I've destroyed my joints with heavy lifting and wrestling and injuries. And so I can't push, and being in my 60s now, I can't push the weight that I used to push. So, I don't get the satisfaction out of weightlifting as I used to, but I still have to do it just to keep the joints moving and operating. So I'm able to go back to that, but here's my dilemma now. Ever since I started working out a couple weeks ago, my archery is like horrible. I mean, I have no touch anymore. For a fact, I'm not a great archer, never claimed to be, don't aspire to be. I just want to have fun with it and be the best that I can be. Unfortunately, right now, I know I could be a whole lot better than I am. How do I know that? Well, I've put videos out where I could shoot 10 arrows and get 7 or 8 in the bullseye from 15, 16 yards. I can't do that anymore. For some reason, I can't even seem to hit the target at times. And the only thing that has changed is, my form sucks. I will admit to that. But I've done nothing different. I've changed nothing. Not my form, not my bows. As a matter of fact, I am taking the advice of some, like Red and others, especially those of you who hunt. You say if you want to be exceptional in archery, you need to just limit yourself to one bow, maybe 2 bows. And that's what I'm doing. As a matter of fact, I'm using my latest self-made do-it-yourself Super Mag. This is a riser that I made out of red oak boards, and it's covered with snakeskin and decorated, I guess I should say, with snakeskin. The limbs are, recurve limbs that I got from Walmart. I ordered them. They're Falcon recurve Sino Art, or Sino Art, I think it's more pronounced. Sino Art Falcon limbs. And this is what I'm using on my bows. This is 40 pounds. In my draw length, it's 70. That's a joke. 70. No, it's 40 in my draw length. My draw length is only 27 inches due to my injuries, due to my bad shoulders and elbows. So anyway, I'm going to be using this all the time. I have been using this for the last week or so. And when my shoulders are really sore, then I'm going to be using my other do-it-yourself Super Recurve. And this one here is another one that I've made out of red oak boards. And this is only 30 pounds. In my draw length, it's 60 pounds. And again, that's a joke for those of you who are privy to the joking that we're doing right now about people lying about, draw lengths and how far they're shooting and all that. So I'm going to be shooting from my typical 16 yards. I say it's 15, but I always go a yard back further so that nobody can accuse me of cheating, so to speak. So here's my dilemma. If I shoot, right now my group might be half decent. Usually it's horrible. and that's been ever since I've started working out again. Then if I go work out, even if I relax for an hour or two and shoot it some more, it's even worse. The grouping spacing just gets crazy. And I'm going to demonstrate that for you tonight. And, you know, we'll see what it is. So I'm going to take a few shots in like 5 minutes and see, you know, what kind of a group I get. Then I'm going to go work out. I'm probably going to relax for about an hour. And then after that hour and a half, then I'll go and shoot 5 more arrows. So I'm going to shoot 5 pre-workout, 5 post-workout, and we're going to compare the groups and see just how bad the weightlifting's throwing my shots off. I know this, my grouping's not even good to begin with ever since I started working out. So do I want to stop working out? No, I want to continue to do that. I want to keep building my temple stronger. But unfortunately, my archery is suffering really bad, which has me, you know, a little upset. I don't know if anybody has gone through this. I know there's a lot of archers out there that lift weights and do certain exercises in particular so that they can pull back a heavier, bow weight. You know, maybe they typically shoot with 35 or 40 pound bows, but when hunting season comes around, they want to pull out a 50 or a 60 pound bow. So they go into the gym. You know, they're not people that lift yearly, you know, all year round, but they just do it for the reason of archery. You know, what I'd be interested in knowing is, does it throw your shots off? Do you find that your, you know, groupings start going all over the place? And if so, you know, is it something that bounces back? Because I've been working out now for about 2 weeks. I got a little ill last week, so I had to take about 4 days off. And it didn't really make my grouping any better. I thought that, you know, maybe, you know, from not working out it would help, but it really didn't. So I'd be very interested in hearing what anybody's got to say, you know, concerning that. Other than that, just I hope you enjoy the video. So I'm going to go get prepared and shoot some now. I'll shoot about 5 arrows, and then I'm going to go work out. I'll relax for about an hour so I deworm, and you know, because obviously if I go work out and then I pick up the bow and shoot it, you know, you would expect there's going to be a major difference. An hour and a half later, no. I would think that, you know, once your body comes back to normacy, you know, your heart rate and all that, you'd be okay. So bear with me, and I hope you enjoy the video. All right, sports fans, let's go take a look at that. This is pretty much a perfect example of where I'm at with my archery since I've been working out. 16 yards and not doing too good. So I shot 5 shots. You saw the first one went high, and this is my group. It's pretty pathetic. It's pretty bad. That plate, the circle, it's like a 10-inch, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half at the most, because I did thicken the lines up so they could be seen better at night. So that's me without lifting. That's before a workout. Now, you guys know that I'm not a great archer, never claimed to be, but I do a whole lot better than that. My groups are usually much tighter than that. But this is the typical scenario that I'm faced with now ever since I've been working out. I'm now going to take maybe 15-20 minute break, relax, go work out for about 45 minutes, then come back an hour and a half after I work out, and take 5 more shots and see how much better or worse they're going to be. Just to give you an idea of just how bad this is throwing me off. But ever since I've been working out, even prior to working out, on the days that I work out, this is my typical shot. And I'm not doing anything different. You know, the bow's the same, the arrows are the same, you know, my draw length's the same, my anchor's the same. It's a floating anchor. Yes, I know people will poo-poo that and say that's not a good anchor, but I'm not doing anything different. I mean, for months and months and months, I've been getting very tight groups. I could shoot maybe 6, 7, 8 arrows and get at least 5 of them in the bullseye. I can't get a bullseye if I paid for it today. And the only thing that's changed, the only variable that's really different right now in my shot process is the fact that I work out. That's it. Nothing else has changed. So anyway, stay tuned for the follow-up to this. All right, guys, let's take a look at this. From 16 shots, 16 yards rather, 5 shots. This is after I worked out. The one in the bullseye in the upper left, I wasn't aiming for that. I was aiming for the bullseye in the middle of the damn target. I did actually hit the bullseye this time. Which is better than I did when, you know, my pre-workout shots. So this is after a workout, and you can see, I mean, they're all over the friggin' place. I mean, none of the shots are close to one another. The only good thing I can say is I actually hit a bullseye out of pure luck. So there's my dilemma, sports fans. Anybody got any suggestions? I'm all ears. Anyway, it was fun shooting. I still enjoy archery. Going to continue to do it, good or bad. This is, you know, the hand I'm being dealt with. Hey, it is what it is. What are you going to do? If it doesn't get any better, it doesn't get any better. Thank God my life doesn't depend on it, and I'm not making a living from it. But anyway, thanks for watching, and God bless.